Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing my November book haul for you. So once again, still sitting on the floor, still haven't figured out the sloping floor bookshelf situation, but we are working on it. We have family here from Ireland, so that's why it's been a little bit slower going. This book haul is kind of fun because it's almost like a surprise for me too, because I basically packed moving boxes that were marked November book haul, and I had 2 boxes full. I've also acquired some new books since I got to the new house. So the ones in the boxes though, I literally got like days before we moved, just put them in the box, haven't thought about them again. So I'm kind of going to be like, oh yeah, I got that book. So it'll be pretty exciting for hopefully both of us. I would say that this is a more tame book haul than usual. However, it is mostly special editions. Oh, I'm also wearing this really cute Lovelight Farms sweatshirt that is so comfortable and cozy, and like it's like kind of like baggy. So I feel very comfortable today doing this haul. I'm like not wearing any of my jewelry. Like everything is, you know, just chill. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Andrew and I had an extremely slow morning, which was really, really nice. It's been a really long time since we've been able to do that. But yeah, now I'm diving into filming before we're going to take my nephew to story time at the library, and pretty excited for that. So here we go. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to start with special editions because I got one book that I think everyone's also going to be really excited about. It's an ARC. And that is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I am so excited to read this book. I really loved Joe Abercrombie's Shattered Sea series, and I'm really eager to read more by him. As some of you guys know, I tried reading The Blade itself earlier this year, and I felt like it just like wasn't the right time. So I have plans to continue that too, but I'm probably going to check out The Devils first since I have this ARC. I'm like really, really excited about it. I really love this cover, and I think it's going to be a really excellent read. Since I only have a couple more books that were sent by publishers this month, I think I'm actually just going to finish out this category first, so special editions will follow this. So the next book that I have is the official Bridgerton cookbook. I'm really excited about this one. I've kind of been stocking up on cookbooks since we moved. I have actually a lot of them that I didn't bring upstairs. They're downstairs in my kitchen right now, but I think I'll potentially add them to my December haul. But this one's really fun. It also has a lot of photos from the Netflix series, and it has a lot of like the food that they eat in there. So I'm pretty excited to make some of the things in here, have like a little Bridgerton tea party in my sunroom at some point. Then I feel like this is the perfect holiday gift, but I got this little cocktail recipe book. It's called A Coupe of Thorns and Roses, so obviously a play of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it says romantic cocktails to quench your thirst, and there are just really, really fun drinks in here, so I also kind of want to have a little like romantic cocktail party in my sunroom. I'm just going to tell you like a couple of the drinks because I just think that they're so cute, and they're all like specifically inspired by books. So here we've got She's Got a Concealed Weapon, which is a Throne of Glass drink. We've got The Green-Eyed Fairy, which is an ACOTAR drink. Fine, Make Me Your Vesper, which is a Shadow and Bone drink. We have an Old Fashioned Alpha Male, which is a bride drink by Ali Hazelwood. So just like a lot of really fun drinks in here, and they're all based on popular romantasy books. So I think that this is like the perfect holiday gift for anybody in your life that you know really likes to read, especially romantasy obviously, but it's kind of hard to get people books sometimes because you don't know like what they have, what they've read, what they haven't read. But this is like something so fun that is not a book to read, but will also provide endless entertainment. So pretty excited about this one. And then I have Suitor Armor Volume 1. This is by Purpa. This is one of the webtoons that has been turned into a graphic novel. And this just sounded so cute. So when the publisher reached out to me and asked me if I wanted a copy, I was like, absolutely yes. This is a romantasy graphic novel, and it's also blurbed by Rachel Smythe, who did Lore Olympus, which is my favorite webtoon. So I have very high hopes for this one. All right, now we're gonna move on to special editions. First up, I have Ghostsmith by Nikki Paupretto. This is the second book in the House of the Dead duology. I love this series so much. Like both books were 5-star reads for me, which is super rare. So really, really excited to have found a new all-time favorite duology. And I'm also really looking forward to rereading these. But this is the beautiful Fairy Loot edition. So it has these gorgeous digitally sprayed pages. This is the backing, and then this beautiful gold spine. Below the dust jacket, we have gold foiling and character art. Then we have gold foiling on the spine. These are the front end papers. These are the back end papers. It's also signed by Nikki Palpretto. And there's also reverse art on the dust jacket. If you have not read this, you absolutely have to. Then I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive editions of One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is a duology that became an all-time favorite last year. Really love these, really love the gold foiling on the jackets. There's also beautiful sprayed edges. This is an awkward way to hold them, but these are the backs of the books. When these arrived, actually, my copy of Two Twisted Crowns came with the dust jacket completely ripped up, so I had to run to Barnes & Noble and exchange it for a good copy, which actually, I don't know if you've had this happen, but I order so many books whenever Barnes & Noble has their like 25% off pre-order sale. Then when you like have to exchange a book, if a book comes and it's like damaged, the people in the store are like, why are you returning this book from months ago? And you have to be like, it just came out like a couple of days ago. I didn't actually get it in like December when I placed this order. It just arrived. And they're always confused about it. So I hope that they'll figure that out a little bit. This is Below the Dust Jacket for One Dark Window. These are the gorgeous end papers. And then even just like the bottom of the pages have a really beautiful corner border. And then in the back of the book, we have some illustrations of the cards from the novel. If you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I think that these editions are just stunning. Then this is Below the Dust Jacket for Two Twisted Crowns, and these are the end papers on this one. This has different corner book edges, and then I don't see any card illustrations in this one, so they must all be in book one. I'm kind of looking forward to looking at those. Next up, I have the Illumicrate special edition, Evernight special edition of An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. Their edition is so beautiful. I really, really like this. I like the regular one too, but I do think that this one is also like exceptionally beautiful, especially the spine. And then this is Below the Dust Jacket. If you've read the book, you know there's like a lot going on with elevators, and it's open on that side. Then we've got end papers. This actually is like the first scene in the book. Back end papers. I believe this one's a digital signature. This is a dark academia book, and I really liked the beginning. I didn't love the ending, but I did really enjoy the book overall, so I'm pretty excited to have this for my collection. Then I ordered the Kingdom Book Designs special editions of the Belladonna series by Adeline Grace, and I really love these. So they have the UK covers, which I really like how colorful they are. The Fairy Loot ones changed everything to like a black background, and I really liked the regular editions better. So I'm really glad that I stumbled upon these. So this is book one. They do really gorgeous sprayed edges, and then the top is like a silver and the bottom is also silver for this one. And that's really like, it's just the edges that are special on these, but they're so lovely. So that's Belladonna. Then we have Foxglove, which obviously has my favorite sprayed edges because of the foxes. And then these ones are like rose gold on the top and the bottom. Finally, we have Wisteria, which has really cute bunnies on the pages. And these ones are like a pink metallic. So these are just really pretty. I'm really excited to have these. Then we've got the Broken Binding edition of The Stone of Farewell by Tad Williams. This is the second book in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. This is a series that I'm really looking forward to reading next year, and I think that these editions are just amazing. This art is so incredibly beautiful, and then I love the sword on the sprayed pages. This is the back, and the cover art actually does like span the entire book, which is very cool. Gorgeous, gorgeous foiling. Same thing on the spine and also on the back. Then we've got beautiful end papers, both sides. Honestly, the artwork of these is really what has gotten me so excited to read them. And actually, I can add this right to my shelf. That's why I had a bit of a space going here, because I also need to add the last two books in the series. Next up, we have the leather-bound Dragonsteel edition of Bands of Mourning, which is book 3 in the Mistborn Era 2 series. This is actually the book that I am up to next. I'm pretty excited to read it. It has beautiful end papers, both ends. I love the faux leather-bound Brandon Sanderson books. I think they're just some of the absolute nicest books. That's the original cover. We've got more art. And then, oh gosh, even more art. Like, this is just amazing. But this is what I was trying to flip to. This gorgeous, gorgeous colored map signed by Brandon Sanderson. So this one can go ahead and get added right here to this shelf. Actually, I'll take these down because come to think of it, I'm gonna have them in my thumbnail. Oh, I do have more books from publishers. They're just at the bottom of that pile. Then I have the slipcased Kickstarter edition of The Witch Would Not by Olivia Atwood. I was really excited to kickstart this one. I think that the slipcase is just amazing. The whole book is so gorgeous. So this is the original cover, has red sprayed pages. This is the backing. Look at how tiny that little flap is, but these are the end papers on the side. Oh, actually it's just small. It's just like a very small flap for this dust jacket, which is interesting. But actually it comes off, and this is like really, that totally sells it. This is just beyond so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm really excited to read this, and I really hope that I love it. I don't even think I want to put this dust jacket back on because it's so pretty without it. Find an alternate home for that dust jacket. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks so much better. You guys know how much I love foiling. Next up, I have some Owl Crate books. So I have the A Darker Shade of Magic series by Victoria Schwab. These ended up shipping earlier than anticipated, and it was very funny when I got the email about it because they were like, great news, these are shipping early. And I was like, but how early? Because I'm moving. These were actually the first books to arrive at my new house, which is pretty special. So first up, we have A Darker Shade of Magic. We have Kel on the cover. There's foiling on the cover. It's so pretty. I love the sprayed edges on these. And then we've got one of the magical catchphrases on the back. And these also match my edition of Fragile Threads of Power, which I'm really excited about. So we've got end papers. And then the naked hardcover is also really gorgeous. I love the back has a map of London. And there's also reverse dust jacket art, and it's also signed by Victoria. Then I have A Gathering of Shadows. So we've got Lila Bard on the cover. Then we've got the beautiful pages, the backing. It's another quote from the series, the spine, reverse dust jacket art of some of my favorite characters in the series. Gorgeous naked hardcover with red foiling, and then another amazing map of London. Got more end papers. And for this one, just book one is signed. We've got another one of my favorite characters on here, Mr. Holland. Beautiful. I just love this art so much. Sprayed pages. We've got another quote on the back, and then the spine, reverse dust jacket art. And finally, I like that it's like rainbow metallic foil on this. I think that's really pretty. This is our Black London map, and it also a nosh, obviously. It had to be on there, so amazing. Did I show you end papers? I can't remember. So here's the end papers in case I didn't. And then here's another side. Oh, actually, I didn't even show this, but also so I showed the sprayed pages, but it's also like on the tops and bottoms of the book, which is a pretty nice touch. Sometimes they don't do that, so I really like how those came out. Then I have the Owl Crate special edition of Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. I really like their edition. It's very Christmassy. We've got sprayed pages, we've got the backing, the spine, and wow, I had not seen that end paper beforehand, but beautiful foiling on the cover, the spine, and on the backing. And then just look at this end paper. That's amazing. I want to go there and just read in front of that Christmas tree in that beautiful ball gown. And then this is the other side of the end paper, signed by Stephanie Garber with a letter by her. And then something else that I like about this is there's also red ink that's used. It seems like throughout the book, and there's also some illustrations. This is just gorgeous. It's we've got Scarlet and Tella down there. I'm so excited to revisit this world. Oh wow. We've got a really nice map. This is quite the edition. Oh my gosh, look at, there's so many illustrations in here. This is amazing. And then there's also reverse dust jacket art. So quite pretty. Then I have both my October and November adult book only subscription books. So the October book was The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Penarenda. Their edition is amazing. I really like this purple. Really love the sprayed pages. The back, it's just so celestial and magical. Really speaks to me. And just wait, that's not all. Look at that. I'm obsessed. And then we have the spine, the backing, and then look at these end papers. I want to stargaze there. And this is the back. I'm quite excited to read this book. And then we've also got it signed by the author with a note, and then reverse dust jacket art. I think this might be one of the prettiest monthly books that they've ever done. And then their November book of the month was The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. This is her new like romantasy novel, and I know that there's like a fae lord guy in it, and I'm pretty excited to read this. I think that this really like captured the like cottagecore romantasy look. I think it's really pretty. I love the sprayed pages again. I mean, show me sprayed edges I don't love. I tend to really be into those. This is the backing, and then this is the spine. Then we have the naked hardcover, the spine, and the back. Maybe hope was immortal magic. That's a really nice quote. And we've got the front end papers, the back end papers. These are a little dark for my taste. And then again, signed by the author with a note. Pretty lovely. Reverse dust jacket art. I think they, like, Owl Crate has just stepped up their game so much, and it just makes me so happy to have all of these books from them. Like, they've just been creating such gorgeous editions lately, and I cannot resist them. Then I have quite possibly one of the best Fairy Loot editions that has ever been done, and that is for The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. This is kind of like the same style that they did for A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft, and I would say The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzin, and this is just like by far my favorite style. Like, wait until you see all of the details. So like the cover, first of all, amazing. Then we have beautiful sprayed pages, we have a gorgeous backing, beautiful spine, but just wait until you see under this dust jacket. Look at that. Stunning. That's so pretty. And then we have the spine, and then the back. I love the back of this so much. And then look at these end papers, because there's foiling on the end papers. I love the purple foiling. It's like truly, or pink. It's like truly amazing. It's kind of like cherry blossoms, just like fell everywhere over this lovely meadow. And then this is the back, truly insanely gorgeous. And then the reverse dust jacket art. This is like one of the first times where I'm like, I don't even know what side I like better. Like, they're both so pretty that I just don't even know what to display, because I like the naked hardcover. I like the original cover. I love this cover. Like, everything about it is just stunning. This was their November adult fantasy book. Then I have Secrets of the Dragon Sanctuary and Keys to the Demon Prison, which finish up the Litjoy editions of Brandon Mull's Fablehaven series. So these are just like embossed, I think they're faux leather. They have gilded pages. These are the backings. I feel like it's kind of hard to see, which I've said in every book haul where I've shown the beginning books in the series, just because it is that embossed leather. But in person, they're super lovely. So I'll show you some end papers. It's always like creatures from the series, which is really nice. This is the backing. I'm really excited to read this series because I feel like I need to have like another middle grade series now that Keeper of the Lost Cities, I'm like so caught up, and the last book keeps getting delayed. I just kind of want to have something like fun and not necessarily cozy, but like kind of, because it's middle grade. So yeah, very much looking forward to binging that series. That's a next year. That's a 2025 goal for me. Then I ordered from UK Amazon the new box set of the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. I just think that these covers are so much prettier than the original US editions. I ended up getting rid of the US editions that I had in favor of replacing them with these. The top of the box is just really pretty, but the books are amazing. They all have red sprayed pages. So first up we have Caraval. I'm like, the foiling really just like does it for me. We've got the spine, the backing, end paper, which also says from the library of, so you can fill in your name. And then the naked hardcover is so pretty, and the spine. Then we have Legendary. Like, it just looks like fireworks. Like, it's so nice. The spine, the back. The end papers are the same throughout all of these. Then we've got the hardcover, the spine, finale with like hearts in the fireworks, which is really cool. Spine. Below the dust jacket on this one is super pretty. Spine. And it also included Spectacular, which is really fun. We've got the spine. Really, really pretty below the dust jacket. Very excited about these. I think these are definitely the Caraval editions for me. Next up, I have Fairy Loot's books 4, 5, and 6 in the Vampire Academy series. So this finishes out the series. These are really pretty. So first up, we have Blood Promise. We've got sprayed pages. This is the backing. This is the spine. I really love the foiling on these. I think below the dust jackets are the way that I'm going to end up displaying these. And the reverse dust jacket art is also really pretty. Then we have book 5, Spirit Bound, sprayed pages, backing in the spine. This one looks very like Halloween-y because it's orange and black. And then end papers and reverse dust jacket art. I really like how all of these have like the Vampire Academy gates on the spine if you were to go the opposite direction, and then just really pretty flowers on the flaps. And finally, book 6, The Last Sacrifice, sprayed pages, the backing. This one's really pretty, like teal. This is the spine, end papers, the reverse dust jacket art. This one has Alyssa and Rose, which is really pretty. Then I have the LitJoy special edition of The Temptation of Magic. This is by Megan Scott. They used the original cover, which I actually really liked, and then I love the end papers. It looks like a city. Then we have the back, and then below the dust jacket has some really nice artwork on it. We've got end papers. I'm excited to check this one out. I was kind of not really sure about it when I first heard, and then I read the synopsis and I was like, no, I want to read that. So got that copy. Then I have the first printing of The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. Really pretty sprayed pages. Nothing really special on the back. And then the spine. It's also like foiling, like the pink is like foiling, which is nice. And there's really nothing at all on the naked hardcover or on the dust jacket. There is a very pretty map. I think I might display this one pages face out, and also they like the pages go across the top and the bottom too. Then I managed to get one of the leftover edition sets for the Lost and Found series by Catherine Coles. So I haven't actually opened this box yet. I figured it was packed nicely, so I should bring it to my new house in this box so everything stays intact. Okay, so now I have them all out of the package. So first, these are the spines. It's this really like lovely gradient of pink. It starts with like a light pink and then it ends with like a darker dusty rose. These are so pretty. They kind of look like penguin, like cloth bound editions. Just so pretty. But anyway, we'll go book by book. So first we have Whispers of You with the sprayed pages. This is the backing, and then you saw the spine, but I'll just show you the spines again too. Book 2 is Echoes of You, sprayed pages, backing, and spine. Glimmers of You, which is book 3, sprayed pages, the backing, and the spine. Shadows of You, which is book 4, sprayed pages, the backing, and the spine. And Ashes of You, sprayed pages, the back, and the spine. So these are so nice. They also have really pretty end papers. Are they all the same? Yeah. I think all the end papers are pretty similar, and they're also all signed by Catherine Coles. So yeah, very excited to have my hands on these. They're gonna look very lovely on my romance shelves over there, which those ones are not sloped. I also have the deluxe edition of Icebreaker. This is like the collector's edition that came out. I really like the edge. It's kind of like a pastel and like pastel pink and blue like sparkle edge. And the back, I think like the snowflakes obviously fit really well for this series because we're following an ice skater and a hockey player. The naked book is this really pretty blue with blue foiling, and then the spine, and then also the end papers are really pretty light blue with snowflakes. Oh, these are coming into frame because this stack is getting too big. Time to start stack 3. Then I have the collector's edition of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It has like rings on the pages, which is really cute. This is the backing. I got this on one of the Barnes & Noble pre-order sales. It says All My Love Evelyn, which is super cute. And then we've got Hollywood end papers. Then I ordered the Bookish Signs and More edition of The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. It has this very cool bloody knife on the sprayed pages. I thought that was so fun for a thriller book. I think I've heard like kind of mixed reactions about this one, but I did really like The Housemaid, so I do feel like I'll probably enjoy this one, and if for some reason I really hate it, I can always display it this way on my thriller shelf. Then I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Don't Let the Forest In by C.J. Drews. This one has green sprayed pages. Art is gorgeous. And this is the spine. I'm really excited to read this one. I've just heard excellent things. These are the end papers about this YA book, and I love the rose gold combination with the olive green. That's so pretty. Then I was wrong. I actually do have some more books from publishers. So one of them is Under the Oak Tree, the novel. So last month I showed Under the Oak Tree, the graphic novel, and now this is the novelized version. And the first print run has these sprayed pages, and they say, "The first moment I saw you, I knew You Would Ruin Me. Looking forward to reading that. Okay, then I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. This is the third book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I actually got a copy of this sent to me from the publisher too, but the spine was like completely ripped off. So I was actually glad that I had ordered a Barnes & Noble edition because this one came in perfect condition. But this is just like a cowboy romance, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Then I got this very cool mini set of the Game of Thrones books by George R.R. Martin. I have been eyeing this for so many years, and now that I've like read and just become completely obsessed with the first book in the series, I'm really looking forward to reading more of these. And I was like, I feel good about getting these now because I know that I just love this series so much. They're just like very cute little mini editions. The words are very tiny. Obviously, if we do get books 6 and 7, they're not going to fit in this nice little box, but that's fine. We've been waiting a long time. Well, not me, but everyone else. Then I got Heartbreak is the National Anthem by Rob Sheffield. It's how Taylor Swift reinvented pop music. I already read this one, absolutely loved it. If you like Taylor Swift, this is absolutely a must read. It's so full of Taylor Swift lyrics and it's just so fun, and it's like a retrospective, just looking back at her entire career from the beginning until current. It goes obviously like through the Eras tour and everything, so it's like pretty up to date. And yeah, I just adored it. Then I have Invisible Strings. This was sent to me by a publisher, and this is 113 poets responding to Taylor Swift's lyrics. So I thought this would be a really, really fun read. I also really like the cover. I think this is a lot of fun. So very excited to read that. Then I picked up The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ally Carter. I thought this would be a really fun Christmas read. I think it kind of is like romantic suspense, and I do like that the main love interest, I'm assuming here, is wearing like the Knives Out sweater. I think that's really fun. It's also pretty short, so I think this will be a really good quick holiday read, and it's gotten really great reviews so far. Then sticking in the Christmas spirit, I also got My December Darling by Lauren Asher. This is a Christmas novella, and it's set at Lake Wisteria. It's the Lakefront Billionaire series. I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to have read those books in order to read this, because I think that I want this to be one of my December reads. I also have The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. This is another little holiday novella. I think that these are going to be really fun to read like by my Christmas tree. And lastly, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. This one is a full-length romance novel, and again, just really looking forward to reading some cute Christmas romances this year. Then I have Always Mine by Laura Pavlov. This is the first book in the Honey Mountain series. It's being released with these really cute special editions, so my goal is to read this one pretty soon and then see if I want to pre-order the rest of the series. They come out over the course of 2025. So I'm hoping that I will enjoy this. Then the publisher sent me a copy of Dating and Dragons by Christy Boyce. I'm so excited to read this book. I really, really loved her last book, Dungeons and Drama, and I have no doubt that I'm really gonna love this book too. And I'm also just obsessed with these covers. I think they're so stunningly beautiful. Then I got a nonfiction book called The Green Witch. And this is your complete guide to the natural magic of herbs, flowers, essential oils, and more. Now that we have so much like greenery around us in this new house, I just want to learn more about like the plants around me. So I thought this would be a good place to start. Then I got these really cute little editions of Frankenstein and Dracula. These are classics. They have gilded edges, really cute backs. They're just like tiny and cute. I especially love the Dracula cover. I also really need to read both of these next spooky season. And then last but not least, I got this book, which is Christmas baking, and I'm really excited to go through this and to make some of the cookies in here. This is one of the only cookbooks that I had in this pile because it was in one of the moving boxes. But again, I did get quite a lot of cookbooks this month, but they're just all downstairs. So if you have any interest in seeing those, maybe I'll include them in my December book haul. That is finally everything. So those are all of the books that I got in November. And again, a lot of them were like really fun for me to open because I just kind of got them and then shoved them in a box and moved. And now I've just opened them again like a month later. I would say successful haul. Very happy with everything here. Some really, really beautiful special editions. And yeah. That is it for this video, and I will see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!